Good evening. This is Norma Cowie, and I'm here once more with mental mind treatments. I'm smiling to myself because Dancing with the Stars has been my favorite show for it was pretty well since it began. I missed the first year. And now it's on Disney, and it's on at 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock on Monday nights. So I debated whether to watch some other programming and then come over to this later. I decided no, I would watch it up to, and I did to 6:45. And then I have time to sort of finalize what I need to do for here and be ready to begin at just before 7. I come on live. Now, and boy, there was some beautiful dance. It was Bublé is nice, Michael Bublé, all his songs, dancing to his songs, and of course there's a elimination every week, so the numbers of who's actually still in the show is getting down to they're over halfway now. Anyway, so it was a nice way of leading myself into this way. And I appreciate everybody who's going to come on this evening. And if you can type in what it is you would like a prayer on, I've got, it's a little weak this week. I have quite a few things to put on, but I don't have a lot. I have a few. And I also want to say at this point, for those of you that message me either with the message after the show underneath the comments, I should say it's comments. And some people you email me because you know my email address and you email. And I just want to say thank you very, very much for all that because I appreciate it. I have 3 shows now, as you know. I have my ongoing Wednesday longer talk, which is now going on pretty well. If it's close to, I think this is the 3rd year we're in now, coming up. It has to be after Christmas, I guess. It's over 2 years. And it's good. And I did a movie review today, too. But between my clientele, I just did a little movie review. I'm a bit stumbly. I'm not used to quite doing movie reviews now. That's how I got originally my YouTube channel, was because I wanted to do movie reviews and I used to put them up. I used to do them quite regularly, but that's the only thing I really did there until the COVID-19 lockdowns came and I wasn't, what am I going to do? So here I am. I can't have a group. I can't do things. My living situation changed. So I and you are my people. And I just want to say how much I appreciate that. So I'm going to begin. First of all, I am presuming, Marion, who has written in here, good evening, Norma, and good evening to you. I'm presuming you would like me to do a mental mind treatment for what we usually do. And if not, well, I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm being, what would you call it, a little on my own sense here of what I was. In fact, I was thinking about this earlier today, but I was kind of busy with all sorts of bits and pieces. So I wanted to do one, and Kayla's also here, and I have some things to say for her. So I'm going to do, because Marion is on the top, and then Karen Max is here. So great, at least we got it started, and we're going to go. It's always, what if nobody shows up, right? But that I have a few of you I can count on, and I appreciate it most and dear to my heart. So this one is for Marion, and I'm going to see basically what comes through. So as I close my eyes and move into that one force and that one essence that joins us all together, which I call universal love force. And each person has their own names and their own awarenesses for it. And it's quite okay. Whatever it is that works for you, this works for me. As I join in to the oneness and to the essence, I speak my word for Marianne. As I speak my word for Marianne, it's as though the heavens again part and the chorus of angels is there, just a little bit back a bit, actually, not right up front as I have seen them, but they're there. And it's like saying, be patient, because everything is clicking into place. And it reminds me, I can hear in my ears, is like the ball bearings falling into place. Everything is coming into place. Everything that you've dreamt of, everything you've desired, everything you want will be there for you. You just need to be patient for a little bit longer. So I will give the thanks by saying thank you to the awareness and the knowingness that in this thought that is going out for Marianne, and with the message of being patient for a little longer, because everything is falling into place. The heavens are aligned. It's all there. It's just waiting for it's like ball bearings dropping into place. And then the celebrations can begin to take place. So we give thanks in the celebration. We give thanks in knowing that all things are in the right place, and they will fall and they will be exactly where they need to be. So no more worry, distress, or maybe wondering when. It's like, be relaxed, know that it's all in process in a very good way, and very, very, very near the end. And so we release this thought knowing that it is done, and that we are patient, waiting for everything to be absolutely okay. And as I release this thought, I say, and so it is. And I take a deep breath, because Kayla, who's also on here, sent me an email. I've rearranged a little bit of the words of some of the words that she wrote as to what she would like, because sometimes it's hard to put everything in, to type it all in and get that in. Now, so I know there is one power and one essence, and I know it's in all things. And I know no matter what, that essence supports, loves us beyond measure, beyond how we could possibly able to be with it. And that any worries and any concerns that we do have about anything, really, we can give it over, surrender. Somehow or other, that word last week kept coming up, surrender. And I was telling somebody actually in a conversation that was one of the words I had the hardest time for, was when someone said to me, Norma, you just have to learn to surrender. I think I kind of lost it a little bit at the time, but that's a lot of years ago. And learning how to surrender. And so as I move into the oneness here, I just want to speak my word for Kayla. And as I speak my word for Kayla, I know that she has the power to stand in her own strength and her belief, not only in herself, but in her abilities and what it is she can do. And as I watch, it's like it's almost like a sea, but it's also a road in the sea. It's as though it parts, the sea parts. And as it parts, the roadway is so clear and so strong that you don't have to really think long term. You just have to think the next step and the next step. And each step that you take, not only does your inner strength grow, but your sense of awareness and your power of what you really have just begins to come. So it's step by step by step, and just, you could say day by day, but I think it's even less than that. It's about every time you reinforce your own strength, that the power of this universal love force is there for you the whole way. It feels that sometimes you don't necessarily allow it right in, because it's like, I'm not restful. It's like my back and my shoulders are tense. I need to rest in that power. I need to feel it and know that it is there supporting me in everything that I go to do. And it's not about anybody else. It's about what you're wanting to achieve for yourself. What you're wanting to do is, so you stand, wish you could see my hands on the table. You can stand on your own feet, feeling complete, feeling, it's like gratitude, but grateful for being able to be strong, be able to move forward, to know the direction of where and what and how that you want to go. The belief in yourself parameters goes from 75 to 95. That last little 5%, we need to click out, but it's as though that sense of knowing, here I am, what I'm doing. You'll notice my hand is going up from your tail, no, actually from the by the bottom of your belly, I'll say. The main meridian comes up to your chest. So you just take your hand and you think what it is you need. If you need strength, if you need power, if you need wisdom, if you need perseverance, you just say those words as your fingers come up that main meridian line, and your system gets it. So the parts of your system that may be unsure or not real clear, they disappears, and you're able to stand in your strength, in your belief, and move forward, and everybody else just pops their energies basically because you become stronger. So strength, purpose, perseverance, moving forward, all of that, it will take effectively super well. Now, there was a second part to Kayla's email. She's having problems with her left wrist. And so I'm just going to move the treatment. I haven't finished it all yet. I'm just moving the focus into the left wrist. As I know that one power and one essence knows all that is happening within us. Within the I'm tongue-tied, sorry. Within the left wrist, as though it has been overstretched somehow. Now, I know you did tell me, because I speak to Kayla at times, that there's a lump, they don't know what it is, but it feels like it's been stretched or extended, overextended. I know I used to do what they used to call as wreck, because my wrists were weak and they would hurt. And we used to call it wreck your wrist. I don't know what they would call that. It's not really a sprain, but this is like, it's like it's overextended somehow. Something you've done and you jarred it. I almost want to rub it, take a little spit and rub it on it and tell it it's okay. You got its message and it can go now. I just kind of want to say, okay, I hear you. I see that, yes, I will be more careful when I use my left wrist or put my weight on. I have a feeling the weight went on it. And you just rub it, give it a kiss or two, and tell it you got the message. You don't have to bang it like I did. And just love it up. And I think that you'll find whatever they're going to find or whatever you want to find that is just going to dissipate. And as I rub my arm up and down, it's like moving the tension that I see away from where it sort of got caught and distributing it throughout your whole arm. I give thanks in the knowing that not only is Kayla has her strength to move forward, but her left wrist heals, moves into where it needs to be as she moves forward day by day in her way, in her strength, and in her love for all that there is. I give thanks in the knowing of this as she moves forward. And so it is. Amen. So I'm going to come here now to Karen, and I'm going to read what she says. I love all the pink hair. It's actually kind of an orangey with a orangey thing. Yeah. And so if it comes across, it does come across a bit as pink. Yeah, it's more of a apricot, actually, the t-shirt. And this is a sort of a sandy color. Okay, but thank you. It's tonight's a love night. I would love a treatment to help me to see more possibilities in life. Okay. I'm just going to write that in my book for a minute. Sometimes it's easier. Once I've got it in here, I can then refocus if I need to focus. So you want to have to see. What about, if I may, you don't want to just see your possibilities, because we all see those. We want to perhaps see them and then have courage to move towards them. So that's what I'm going to treat for, if that's okay. And have courage to move towards them. I think we all have possibilities that come and go and come in and in fact, I think, was it Sunday? Yeah, Sunday's talk, I think I was talking about not denying when things come along, but to accept. And so if you haven't listened to that one, you may want to listen to that. It's not very long. Doesn't take too long. Okay. Divine Essence, Mother, Father, Son is one. I am speaking my word for Karen. And as Karen wants to see more possibilities, but to not only see them, but to know in order to see them that they have come because she can do them. So that to have the courage to create and do that which she wishes to do. Going from possibilities to probabilities. Taking it from the imagination and putting it into physical reality. Moving step by step by step. I often say, know your end result and ask for what's your first step. So you're always in the present, but you know where you're moving towards. The allowing, as I move my head up and rather than down, I'm able to see a far bigger horizon, a far different world in which everything comes together and everything comes in a place and a sense of direction of where and what you want to go. I also feel you need some more clarity, if I may say, in how you ask for what it is you want, rather than just seeing what shows up. Ask what you feel you would like to do, what I call, what is my next step? What do I need to go? Where do I need to go? And allow those possibilities to come out. I feel you need a little more direction as to what, when, where, and how, to allow it to flow. You're ready. You're trying to crawl when you're ready to fly. And so in being able to fly, you're able to leave behind what are the possibilities that's not even in the picture. It's like, oh, I have these, which one do I want to do? Or which one do I want the most? Often it's about following what your heart feels. What is the direction I want to go in? How do I want to go from here? And so for another person, I have written on my book here, to trust yourself. This is about you trusting you. I think that's really funny there, is that you just need to trust yourself as you move forward. Now, if we go in deeper, it's that you've got all the backing in the world from the universal love force. It's strong, it's there, it's clear. You get possibilities, but you have the difficulty of going from possibilities into practical or probability. In other words, just from a thinking pattern into a material effect. Being able to manifest, to realize that you deserve it, you're worthy of it. All you're needing to do is to move forward one step at a time, knowing that you can have, you can create, and you can be. I give thanks and clarity for you. I give thanks and knowing that Karen, when we say see, has clarity, such clarity as to where the path would, and it seems wide to me, like there you have lots of alternatives. So you've got to take a look. What does my heart really want to do? What would be fun? What would be challenging, maybe even? Where and what and how do I get there? So it's, in other words, you need to perhaps to ask more questions of the universe to bring to you the answers, so that you move forward with ease into a place where you are relaxed, happy, cheerful, everything flowing. It's like we're on a raft going down a beautiful, beautiful, calm river. And all the scenery around, because when we go down the rivers, usually there's lots of greenery coming right down. I just think that you're in for a beautiful, beautiful time period if you would look ahead. Get your chin up, look out there, know that whatever you can imagine, you can have. But remember, it's not only the having, that it's out there, it's out there. It's here by going step by step by step. And then all of a sudden you're there. And then you got to start again. Okay, where do we go from here? Because life doesn't stop. It goes on to the next phase. It goes on to the next thing, or the next awareness, the next growth, depending. Sometimes it's a moving period. Sometimes it's stationary as you grow into a different awareness. I just think that there's many things here. So I'm going to move into gratitude of love and light and thankfulness that Karen knows the direction of where she wants to go. And the possibilities are right there. And she can see them and choose yes, no, maybe, because she's going to follow her heart. The universe smiles when I say that. It's like a big sun with a big smile, a huge, big emoji. And so it's like, go, Karen, just go and allow it to be. Don't be in your head, be in your heart. And I give thanks as I let this go, knowing it is true for Karen. There's loads to come. There's good. That is good. And so it is. Amen. Okay. She thanks me for that. She said she did one, and I really enjoyed it. Thank you. Your treatment is, oh, I love it when she says your treatment is so accurate. Like, because I don't know what do I know what I'm talking about? It's a one-sided conversation. Kayla says, thank you for your treatment. Love the image. Blessings. Well, too. Now, I got a short number here tonight, so hopefully some more people come in, or it's going to be a short night, and that's okay. I'm going to do a treatment for Miss S, client of mine. And it's about trusting herself more. I know in the one power and the one essence that it's always there. But when you are unsure of oneself, then it's very difficult for the love energy to come in and assure you to the point where you begin to trust yourself. So in this treatment, I know as I speak my word for Miss M, that the energy of that universal love force moves close enough that she is able to trust herself step by step by step by step, that she clears everybody else's energy out of her system so that she's very clear and aware of who she is, where she's going, and what she is going to create, and what she's going to be, and what she's going to do. This brings joy into my heart, knowing that she becomes and is aware that the love universal energy is real, not a make-believe story, not something that's out of her scope, but is real, and that she can feel it, knowing that she is supported 100%. And I give thanks for the knowing of that. I give the thanks of knowing that Miss S can trust herself because she realizes that she is loved beyond measure, that whatever it is she wants will be given because she is loved so much. And in that lovingness, she finds that she can trust herself implicitly. I give thanks for this, and I release this thought knowing that it is true and done by saying, and so it is. And in that, I want to, just because I feel I've got a few more minutes here, I want to talk a little bit about that. One of the things I found, contrary to a lot of belief systems out there, is that the shadow self sits behind us, connected to the universal love source. It has basically got your back. And that if you can learn to acknowledge that source and you can rest in that energy there that's got your back, what it does is make you stronger when you're confronting and dealing with things that you don't particularly want to confront or deal with, when you're uncertain. The universal love force does not have any judgment. It does not judge you for what you've ever done. It doesn't judge you for situations over you feel guilty. It only loves you and wants what you want. But how does that universal love force know what you want? That's based on how you think. And I've spoken a lot about this, especially on my Wednesdays over the last couple of years. How does it know? By how you think. And when you doubt yourself, when you question yourself and the results you want, the universal love force gets confused. What does she really want? If I am thinking, oh, but that might not happen because of this, this, and this, the universal love force picks up the thought, oh, it might not happen. Does she really want that? Can we maneuver? Because often they have to maneuver energies in order for you to create what you want. What is she, hang on a minute. She's now saying this. Remember, your thoughts are like prayers. Those go out. And the universal love force, as I call it, you can call it whatever you want, God, Allah, Buddha. Some people call it just other names, that energy that's out there. It listens. Because your vibration is made up by all those little thoughts. And so when it loves each one of us so much, all it wants to do is give us what we need. We may need courage. We may need perseverance. We may need clarity. Often I needed clarity. We may need all sorts of things, new opportunities to come in. How clear are you in your thinking on that? How much does that come through? How much does that bring about? Each one of you is a miracle in making. You can make miracles. I've made miracles at different times. Often didn't realize it. Things just happened. But when I look back, I realized it was because I was looking for an answer. I needed to know what I needed to have some work, or I needed to have some clarity about where to live, or different things like that. Pretty soon, there it was in front of me. Then I could say yes or no. I usually found I said yes, because if the universe is working for me, it knows what would be the best for me. I want you to begin to really be aware, because I know many of you listen after we've done these. I want you to be aware of what those little thoughts are, because those ones that doubt, those ones that question, those ones that say, I really am no good, or I don't know, or I doubt this, or I doubt that, that's all that's doing is put little blocks in front of your path. Instead of having a clear path and of being able to move forward, it's like you got to climb over a whole pile of rocks. You don't need to place the rocks. You don't need to put them there. Just really recognize that the universe responds to you. Responds because it loves you beyond measure. It wants you to have what you want, but it doesn't make decisions if what you want is good for you or not good for you. If you want this, if you think this way and this is what you want, it will move heaven and earth, as they say, to give you what you want. So you've got to be very clear on what goals you're going after. You need to be really clear how your basic thinking is. Are you muddying the waters? Are you making it so difficult to see? But I know, because each one of you has listened to this today, that you know how to think about what it is that you want. And you don't hassle it. You don't overthink it. You don't wish it. That's the main thing. No. All you have to do is put the order in and trust. Put the order in and trust. And most of you today, I saw here, was you put your order in. It came back. The answers came back. But I had one lady here who needs to trust herself. And that's the one that's got to make sure the thinking is on effect and where we are. Well, we've been on for half an hour and there's no new person. So if anybody else wants to add something, they better do it pretty quickly. And I just do a final treatment for us, okay? Divine Essence, Mother, Father, Son is one. All energies that go to support every person that listens to this, whether now or later. I know there is one power. I know that power is a loving force that sits and serves in so many different ways for our highest and best and our greater good. I also know that clarity in the mind is very important. And so now it's about becoming clear. So I move that into my own words for my own self and for anybody else that listens. I know that my mind can get caught up in all sorts of crazy things. I know that in my creativity that I sometimes imagine this, that, and the other. I willingly let that go as I move into understanding that this love force that I call universal love force is always there, bringing the best towards me, whether it is to show me something, teach me something, be aware of something, but mostly because it also brings what I choose to have within my life. I find clarity coming strongly. Clarity of what brings me happiness, what brings me desires, what brings my world, so that I have a smile on my face and joy in my heart. I give thanks in knowing that this is ongoing all the time. It is not 24/7, every second. That energy is working for me, for my highest and best, for my smile, for my heart, for my awareness. And for this, I say thank you, thank you, thank you. And I release the thought of knowing how supported I am. I let go by saying, and so it is. Amen. And I let you guys go and enjoy this evening. I'm going back to watch the end of Dancing with the Stars. Much love. See you on Wednesday. Bye for now.